Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is and how to define the channels of selling. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, this is a selling tool. It got the following characteristics. They are the means selected by the company to bring the products to the customers effectively and with least possible expenses. Depending on the type of product or service that you want to market, select the relevant channels for that task. These channels are complementary to design thinking and any other agile methodologies, and it is using the last stage of implementation and commercialization. So when we talk about the channels of selling, it's very important to start with the following question. What is the best way to market my product? Why? Because nowadays many people are selling online, and depending of your target, especially if they are young, it's very possible that that is a good choice. However, if your target group is older, maybe it's important to understand the context and to see if how can you make it better. So the first thing that you need to do is to make it easy for the user to acquire the product. That is the most important thing. You have to focus on how you can make it easy. That is very important. You have to use the focus group tool and the user profile so you understand very well the content and you can take the decision based on that. Always, it doesn't have to be the most easiest thing for you. It's for your customer, because remember that user-centered design is focused on that. So the first thing is that you can choose an indirect channel. It means a retailer, a supermarket, a store, a selling point, or even online if you are selling for some other company, like for example Didi or Rappi or something like that. But that is the not the only way. You can also sell it by catalog. Selling by catalog is a bit older way, start in the 40s and 50s in the United States. And basically you have sellers. These sellers got the distribution of your product and your service, and with a catalog, the person can buy it. I mean, this is like the most traditional way when you don't have enough money to make it by yourself. But you can also distribute expenses. It means that you can lease a service and you can lease some other ways, because this is your if you're doing it by yourself. You can have a web to sell your own products. It's very important to understand the method of payment. It's very important. And how are you going to deliver? Deliver is very important as well. You have to think in the servers, in the uniforms, in the training, because all of that it's money that cost. So you need to understand very well which kind of figure do you think is better for you. This is always indirect, because the distributors always take a cut of your profit if you put your product with them. If it's a store, if it's whatever it is, they have expenses. So that's why they take 20, 30, 40%. So because they have this kind of expenses. The distribution cost is assumed by the distributor. That is also very important as well. If you're doing it direct, it means that you are gonna take charge of all the expenses. You can sell online. You could do it by social media. It means that you are selling by Instagram or WhatsApp. You will have to have someone that manage that, also that have that payment method. The deliver. If you develop your own website, you have to understand that you need to have a community so people can purchase your product. Because if you don't do that, people will buy and people will think that that is easy to make, and actually is not. It's very important that we understand that is very important that all of this cost, and is not easy and is not quick. It take a while. You can also have a selling point, which is the most traditional way of selling. You rent a place and you start selling, but of course you have to have here a lease, you have to pay services, you have to pay employees, you have to pay for everything that is around. The idea here is that you can select the best option for your product or for your service. It's really up about your budget. It's really up about if you have community. I strongly recommend it that you do it by yourself. But if no one knows you, develop your own website and develop your own social media. It will take a long time. So it's really up about what you are thinking and about what you believe is the best for your product or service. At the end, it's very important that you validate your idea and, of course, which one is the best way to sell. Should I rethink that idea, or is already very good, or I could have a mixed system? How can I make it? What is the best way? As a conclusion, we can say that the channel selected of sale is the key to the success of your project. Many times you could have a really good product or service. However, if you make a very complex way, very difficult way to sell your product or your service, people will not like it. People want to make it easy and fast. Basically, is that. The sales channels must go accompanied by a commercial strategy, convincing the achievement of results. And it's important to always evaluate new forms of power market our project. That is something very important because indirect or direct channels could work very well, but you need to rethink that and to see, because everything is changing and could something new appear, you can figure it out what is the best thing for you. Thank you so much. I hope this video was a big help in your education. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media. Remember that every Monday we have a new video in Spanish. Every Thursday we have a new video in English. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.